G'day folks, welcome to Big V TV. Great to have you with us as always.
Broken record yet?
As always.
It is a little bit.
15 rounds down, 3 to go. State champ men and women.
Plenty on the line still.
Well, just when you think.
Yeah, I know.
Especially the women.
Just when you think it's safe to come outside.
You reckon Waverley got a bit of a reality check last week?
They got something, didn't they?
I think they got a bit of a reality check. In fact, there was a couple of big upsets in state champ women. Let's get into that straight away. We'll start with the one that wasn't so much a big upset, but certainly
an interesting result.
A battle between the two top teams.
It certainly was.
And flipped around from a couple of weeks previous to that when Hume City got the win. Hume City 72 went down to Ringwood 90.
It's a lot of points.
Well, I called it.
You did.
I said that Ringwood looked like they were primed to get back up, especially if Amber Hegg could stay out of trouble. And she did.
Yep.
25 to 16 second quarter broke the game open. Jadee Rooney 28 points, 4 triples. Amber Hegg 23 and 8. Lisa Ewan 14 points. Yinka Olaranu 17 and 9 for the Broncos. Katrina Hibbert 16 for the Broncos. Sharon Milner did not play.
Does she make up 18 points?
No.
Really?
No.
She doesn't have to score 18 points. She has to create 18 points.
No.
Okay.
I think it would have been closer, but I think Ringwood still would have got the win. And let's... Hume City gave up 90 points.
It's a lot of points, isn't it?
That's a lot of points in a women's game of basketball over 40 minutes. It's a lot of points.
We know Ringwood have that sort of firepower, and when they're on, they're quite capable of doing that. And if they can do that against Hume City, look out.
Yeah.
Basically.
The only worry for me, at least Ewan very good with a supporting role.
Yeah.
Tara Blair's just dropped off a little bit in the last 4 to 5 weeks.
The thing though is she can afford to. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely,
she's allowed to have those lulls while Rooney and Hegg and Ewan step up now. Yeah.
Tara Blair had that run of 3 or 4 weeks where she was averaging about 18, 19 points a game. If they can get that back in time for finals,
curtains.
Wow. They're going to be very, very good.
Yes.
And it just goes to show you from that previous meeting a couple of weeks ago the importance of Amber Hegg.
Oh yes, yeah. I think she's the best player in the comp right now.
I think she might be up there.
And I think she'd be going pretty close to an MVP.
I think she might be up there. Here's the two upsets. You can start with the first one because the old Ducks down at McKinnon, mate. They
Ducks.
Well, they pulled up a bit short. The oldies.
The girls. Right. McKinnon 50 lost to Diamond Valley 52.
In fact, I tell you that the average age of the Warrandyte team's about 20, and you go, well, spare a thought for us, we're about 33 down at McKinnon.
Oh. You know what? My car's getting get vandalised again. Well, Carly Turner came back. She did. Look, if you can do it, she's obviously tall. She had 15 and 8, and if you can do that against the likes of McCracken, Luff, Tegan Fowler, Laura Thomas, you can play. And so I think her addition really does make that Diamond Valley side. If she had been a regular fixture, they could still be looking at a final spot, but maybe they might certainly be in there.
I'll tell you what, if they had more wins like this during the season,
it would have gone a long way.
And I reckon the other thing is, good, bad or otherwise, because Carly's obviously got great opportunities in front of her.
Sure.
Imagine if they had had her for the whole season.
I just said that.
I know you did. I'm just repeating it. I'm just backing
I don't think you listened to me.
No, I'm just backing
I think, yeah. Anyway,
you didn't say that, did you?
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
I said, imagine if they had played all season. Switch on.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Cougars won the rebound count, 49 to 35.
And that had a bit to do with Carly Turner. Now, she had been there the whole season.
They just might have made finals. They still could.
Who was the only Eagle in double digits?
Carly Turner.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
I reckon
the whole season.
Oh, jeez. Alex Love, 12 points, 12 boards. Well, she would have been guarded by Carly Turner. I'll tell you what. Imagine.
Look, I don't think anyone saw this coming.
No.
And this is the question mark I've got over McKinnon.
Yeah.
I think Ringwood and Hume City are a level above.
Or two.
I just don't know whether McKinnon... I just don't know whether they can get the job done during the finals. They're a good team.
Yes.
They're a good third place team.
Yep.
If they extend into a grand final, well done. I reckon they've achieved more than what I'm currently sitting here thinking.
Well,
I think they're the next best.
I'm thinking they're probably going to play the Hume City Broncos in the first week.
Tough.
I don't mind the matchup though. I think it's a reasonable matchup, and I think they have obviously a way better shot at it than if they played Ringwood. I think they would have got blown out by Ringwood, but I think they have a shot against Hume City.
Well, and Hume City's got some oldies as well.
Well, that's right.
They can have some seniors dinners together after the game, something like that. So
Yeah, I don't know why you don't get in trouble. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Last game, we only had 3 games this weekend. This is a huge one.
And you know why this was big? Because the team that won seriously had done stuff all recently.
Yep.
We don't even know if the mirror's around today. We got the mirror up to them.
Yep.
And if they had have had a middle part of the season like they did at the start, they started well.
Yeah.
And their middle part has been horrendous.
They petered away. Yeah.
Big time. This is what we want from the Boomers.
Well, they knocked off Waverley by
Nice.
points. Didn't tip this, let's face it. 27-21 last quarter from Bulleen. Some of these young players are showing some real promise.
It's good for the future.
Yes, Fairline, Waverley, it's fantastic. This is a ripper. Waverley, 18-22.
Take note, everyone.
Bulleen, 17-21.
Take note, everyone. Both up in the 80s.
Yep, you can't look. You didn't lose this game on the back of foul shots, which is often the case when you are in a close one.
Now you said last week. You said last week. Lauren Pearce played a game in the youth team for Bulleen. And I said, is it about Bulleen trying to miraculously make the finals? And you rightfully stood up and said, or is it about getting her back into a bit of form?
A bit of confidence. It's exactly what it was.
You know your women's basketball.
I think I have an underrated knowledge of women's basketball.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Completely underrated.
Is. Well, she came out well. The proof's in the pudding. 21 points and 8 boards.
Best game of the season. Best game of the season.
By far. Yep. And look, she was a huge reason for the win. Funda Nakasoglu, 15 points. She's been good all year. She apparently gave Michaela Tompkins, put her through the ringer a little bit, made it run around.
Where's Michaela at the moment?
Well, she's not
because Bridget Ardossi.
Well, she's not playing at the level they expected her to. When
Bridget Ardossi is firing.
She's dominating. She's getting better every week.
And I think everyone's sitting back just thinking, gee, wait till Michaela fires up.
Are we still waiting?
I think we're still waiting at the moment.
Yeah, I think we're waiting. But that being said,
I reckon it's going to happen.
If she does,
I reckon it's going to happen.
If she does, not only will they make finals, but they'll give anyone they play a good shake.
I don't think it's a case of if.
Yeah,
I think it's a case of when.
Well, how long do we wait
until? I think it's coming.
Alright, okay.
Have some confidence.
Emily Simons also had 14 for the Boomers. Ardossi, as we said, 32 and 10. A few dimes in there as well, I think.
Played a month for June.
And Undisputed as well. Talia Higgs had 14 as well. She had to put together a nice season as well. Talia
Who was Coach of the Month for Warren Taylor at Hume City?
Yes.
Coach of the Month and came out and lost, so.
It's a June award.
Ladder, Ringwood 13-2, Hume City 13-3, McKinnon 10-5, Waverley 8-7. That's the top 4.
Yep.
Diamond Valley 7-8, Eltham 7-8, Bulleen 6-10 gone, Melbourne 3-12 gone, Sherbrooke 1-13 gone. Spoon. Here's the run home, Waverley. You just give us in your grand wisdom of women's basketball, just give us wins and losses. Waverley's run. By the way, Eltham beat Waverley the first time by 3 points.
Okay, yeah, good start.
Okay. Yep. Waverley has head-to-head on Diamond Valley.
Right.
Diamond Valley has head-to-head on Eltham, but not. Not Waverley. Yeah. So Waverley's run home, if you can understand all of that. Waverley play Eltham away.
Look, it should be a win.
Just win or loss. That's all we want.
No, we'll win.
They play Melbourne away.
Win.
Hume City at home.
Loss.
So they're going to win 2 more.
Yep, finishing on 10-8.
Okay, 10-8. All right. Diamond Valley, Hume City at home.
Loss.
Bulleen away.
I'm gonna.
It's Carly Turner. I'll tell you what. Whenever Carly Turner plays in that team, they're very good, Bulleen.
It's true, isn't it? Imagine. Now imagine.
Oh, sorry, Diamond Valley, not Bulleen. Diamond Valley, very good.
But imagine if she had played all year. You're probably looking at a top finals, aren't you?
Yeah, too. Yeah. Hume City at home. You've said loss. Bulleen away.
Look, I'm probably inclined to say win.
Win for Diamond Valley.
Yep.
Sherbrooke at home.
So 1-1 and win. So 2-1, which leaves them at 9-9.
Eltham play Waverley at home. You've already said that's a loss for Eltham.
That's right.
McKinnon at home.
Loss.
Ringwood away.
Loss. Sorry, Eltham.
That's a
rough stretch.
Waverley make it.
Yes.
Okay,
probably. That Eltham game's pretty important. I think that's probably
This week?
Yeah, tricky game.
It's all about this weekend for those two teams, I think.
Yep. Eltham were coming off a win, weren't they, the week before?
Yep.
Yep, and they had the week off.
Yep.
I think they'll be primed.
Here we go, round 16 Saturday games. Ringwood, Bulleen.
Ringwood.
Melbourne, Sherbrooke. Oh, don't give us the old Who Cares Cup. You just gave us the Who Cares Cup.
I gave them the Who Cares Cup look.
Yeah. I can tell straight away you just
I think, look, it wasn't.
Really?
It's not like, you can. A shrug of my shoulders is a pretty good indication, isn't it?
Well, if you had said something, it would have been Who Cares Cup followed by next game, thanks.
Next game, thanks.
Come on, you got to tip someone.
Bloody Melbourne.
I reckon Melbourne might win as well. Eltham, Waverley. Will you tip Waverley?
Yeah. I'm not sold on my pick.
I'm going to go with Waverley to win.
Yeah.
I think Ardossi is in league best form at the moment.
It'd be an interesting. Last time I saw Ardossi and Munro play each other, it was a
punch-up cup.
yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty physical.
Yeah. Are they like, those what are those things that you sharpen your knives with? You know those ones that you... I don't know what
Knife
they're called.
sharpener?
They can't be called that, surely. Surely there's a special name for it, but they go like this.
Oh, really? Bang, just straight off their elbows.
Yep, sharpen the elbows.
Written and spoken by Callum Chambers. Justin Nelson had nothing to do with that.
The good news is I never have to play them.
I think it's going to be a very good game.
I think it's going to be belter.
And Michaela Donkins, it's time.
It's overdue.
I reckon she's going to stand up here.
20 plus points.
The season's on the line for Waverley. They must. If Waverley win this week, they're home.
Yeah.
Waverley win this week, they're in.
I agree.
I reckon Donkins is going to have a blinder.
Okay.
Not putting any pressure on them.
I'll see you next week.
Blinder. Sunday games: McKinnon, Sherbrooke.
McKinnon. It's not going to be pretty.
It's a long drive for the old girls from McKinnon up to Sherbrooke.
They're at home, mate.
They're at home now too. I think
so you can try and get in your digs about their age.
I think McKinnon might win that game. Diamond
and
Valley.
they all live in the local area.
Diamond Valley. Of course they do. Of course they live in the local area.
I know. So it's not far.
No, well they've got their scooters and all that sort of stuff they take down. Diamond Valley, Hume City.
I'm going to go Hume City.
Hume City to bounce back, I think. Although Carly Turner plays in that game.
They're a lot better, aren't they? I'd almost go as far. No,
I think Hume City will win. State champ man, here we go. Sherbrooke 70 went down to Crow Bay 98, 18-6 start by the Stingers. Marlo Hicks, I think he came off the bench in this game too.
Oh really?
I think.
That's probably one of the best bench outputs I've ever seen.
34 and 12, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I reckon I saw him starting. But anyway, 34 and 12. Eric Williams 32. Brian Moore 19 and 10 for Sherbrooke. David Moore 14 and 10. Josh Smith 15 points. Those
usual suspects. Yeah. Usual suspects. But how many times this season across the board have we seen two players score 30 plus?
Yeah, not often.
I don't know. Yeah,
not often. Hutchie didn't play in this game, by the way.
Oh well, they obviously lost their 3-point shoot.
Absolutely, they just went to the rack.
Yeah,
didn't worry about kicking it out.
That's why they scored 98.
How did Hume City go against Greenwood?
Yeah,
Hutchie will catch up with us.
Nah, I know, it's alright. I saw him at a pub before the start of the season. We're alright.
We're usually there every Friday night.
I know. Yeah, he was pretty dusty. It was pretty dusty.
Pre-game, Palmer in a pot for Hutchie. Hasn't changed it in 30 years. He's not about to change it now.
Oh, you don't mess with the form.
Mate, absolutely not. How did Ringwood and Hume City?
Oh, Ringwood blew him out, 101 to 65. Saw this one coming from a mile away. 51 to 20 through the middle quarters, through the guts of the game. Ringwood 13 to 30 from beyond the arc.
Hutchie might have been at this game.
Maybe he just slipped on it.
Hutchie might have been their 3-point trainer for this game.
Brian Dewar had 23 points. He hit 5 of those trays. Sean Clark 20. Luke Egan 13.
How good's Lukey been?
Well, he's about 66 this
Mate,
week.
We talk about old man Willie getting up. How about Luke Egan?
He's a gun, man.
He
still gets
at the moment. He's firing.
Oh,
really, really good.
What do you want?
What did you do?
No, that's all right.
Right, yeah, go on. Alex Bogut King 18 points. Mwimba Maluma 12 points and 9 rebounds. 9 rebounds for Mwimba.
The little fella.
Yeah,
not
did
bad.
Pretty well. Expected win. Hume City dropped right off.
Yeah. Not much to talk about Hume City there.
I think there's going to be some changes at the Broncos.
I don't think you're wrong. Double negative. I don't think you're wrong.
Big game was Eltham and Melbourne, 82 to 81. Wildcats put away 13 of 26 from the arc. That's 50% from downtown.
Well,
you'd take that any day of the week.
What's 13 times 3 go?
Well, 39.
Oh, well played. 39 of their 82 coming from beyond the arc. Not bad. Not bad. It's a pretty good output.
What's 14 times 3? Well, hello. You only got to add 3 to 39. David Bushberger, 31 points. James Malvasso, that's Leo's
I was
boy.
kidding, guys.
I'm sure you were.
Can we just...
James Malvasso, that's Leo's boy, by the way.
It's his son, isn't it?
18 points. Johnny Lister, 15 points for Eltham. Jared Fryer, 24. Ryan Orbarns.
Good player.
He's been very good the last month or so.
Well, he's been a regular fixture in the youth sides at Melbourne. He's sort of graduated this year, and he's been putting up some numbers.
Yeah, really good.
Yep.
15 and 14. Jack Purchase had 16. Good competitive game, Melbourne.
Yep.
Does this say, and Eltham had been in form.
Yes.
Does this say more about Eltham or more about Melbourne?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think, look, Melbourne, what are they? They're not playing for a whole lot now, so they've got nothing to lose. Oh, they could still win the spoon. They've got to make sure they win something this year.
Well, they might still win.
That's what they were playing for. What do you think?
Well, I think
what are you getting
I think what it tells me about Melbourne is they had a wildly inconsistent season.
How many times in BV history have Melbourne been this poor? It hasn't happened that often. I know in recent times things are a little bit different, but 2 and 13 for the Melbourne side, it hasn't been a good.
And they've had a few games like this where they could have won.
Yeah.
And they just haven't managed to get the job done.
No, I think they're inexperienced as well.
Yeah.
They got a lot of young guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They held Scotty Cuff down a fair bit in this game.
Yeah.
I think I said last week, if Eltham can keep Bushberger, Leo's boy, Johnny Lister, Scotty Cuff, and build another couple around that,
Yeah.
I reckon they're going to be okay next season.
I think so too. Yep.
Bulleen 105 went down to Waverley 114. Fair bit to talk about in this game.
They call this a barn burner.
Well, it was a barn burner. Bulleen's last 2 games, they beat Crow by 1, and now they've lost to the Falcons by 9. They play Ringwood next up. Guess who's the only other team that's beaten them this season?
Oh, Ringwood.
Ringwood.
Yeah, that's right. Was that the beginning of their run, or just like a couple games in?
It was. And Sturdy will play against his former team this time around. So just on Bulleen, every top team, we saw it with, or we're seeing it right now with Southern Peninsula in Division 2 women.
Mm-hmm.
Every top team, even though they may keep winning, they usually have just a period where...
A lull? Would you call it a lull? You wouldn't call it a slump.
He scored 105, so it's definitely not a slump. Mind you, not a lot of defence played in this game.
Apparently there was some alright D, but
was it?
Guys were just making shots like they were
left, right and centre.
Absolutely.
I just wonder whether Bulleen beat Crow by 1, lost this game up against Ringwood. We'll know a bit more this week. I just wonder.
Corai Bay are probably contending this year. Corai Bay are a good team.
Absolutely. All I'm saying on Bulleen, I just wonder whether this is the real tough part of the season heading into finals.
Look, you know what I think it is? I think we know that they have a lack of depth.
I'm not writing Bulleen off, by the way.
No, I wouldn't either. They have a lack of depth.
Yeah.
That's probably their only weakness. They have a ridiculous starting five.
Yeah.
Probably the best starting five we've seen in a long time in the Big Ben. They didn't have Ben Simmons for this game. He's going to be a key contributor off the bench, and he'll be a big fixture in the finals.
Yep.
Maybe in these sort of games, there's only so much. Like Cora Standard for 34, Mike Rose 34 and 10. Mike Rose 30 points, hit 6 threes. Sorry, there's 2 30 games on the same team. Stirred at 18 and 11. The big guns can get it done, but you've got teams like Waverley who can bring Chris Arkell off the bench. How many teams?
Yeah, he had 23. I think
he had 23. Tom Ball had 24. Platnick had 25.
Bulleen won't be hitting the panic button by any stretch of the imagination.
No, I just think it's. We have never, for a long time, as far as I've been watching Big V, we have never seen a top 4 that is so damn close.
That's where I was going.
It's ridiculous.
If Ringwood either win this week, or it's a couple of points either way, you look at Bulleen, the top team, lost to Crow Bay by 1.
Who were third?
Beat Crow Bay by 1, beat them by
third.
1. Lost to Waverley by 9.
Fourth.
2 point split either way if that happens this week against Ringwood.
Bloody tough stretch of games for Bulleen. Way to get ready for the finals.
And that's what I'm saying. It may be that this is the hard patch that really primes them. There's no panic buttons, but what it also says is exactly what you pointed out. The top 4, I go into the finals this year.
I don't know.
Given Waverley's recent form, it's wide open.
Well, we know Waverley have played finals before. They've got a bunch of guys that know each other inside out.
Bulleen could play Waverley in the semi-final series.
Yes, they could. Well, mind you, Ringwood, Corai Bay and Waverley could move. They're all on exactly the same record. It could go anywhere. I don't even know if that's the right order because I don't know if the head-to-heads are, in place at the moment. But those three teams, even like I know Bulleyn's got the 2-win jump on them.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything. I think these 4 teams, anyone could win it. It's awesome.
4 weeks ago, we were sitting here talking about Waverley just having a run of bad form. Their last 4 weeks,
Been great.
mate, it's been exceptional.
Yep.
Except they are back in a big way. Ivan Platnik right now, Player of the Month for June.
Yep.
He is leading the way. He's up and about. Chris Arkell's come back in. That's a massive, massive boost, and that's probably been the difference.
I was about to say, there's your reason for their jump. That's 20 points a game.
You know the other guy that has slipped under everyone's radar this season and had a really good season, and I don't think any opponent rates him enough, is Tom Boyle.
Yes.
Tom Boyle has had an excellent season for Waverley.
Well, he gets a fair bit of room. If you think about it, if you're scouting Waverley, go. First things first, we need to stop Siddell.
Yep.
We need to stop him getting into the paint and creating for everyone. We need to stop Platnik running the lanes and getting easy catches inside. You need to stop Chris Arkell stretching the floor as much as you can.
Yep.
And then maybe you start to think about Tom Boyle.
Yep.
That he's fourth.
Brad Kelleher can pop up.
Kelleher, exactly.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
So, yeah.
Great game, fantastic. As I said, I think Bulleen will be pushing the panic button, but some really good signs there for Waverley.
Yep.
And another big game for Bulleen coming up this week. Werribee finally, well, I'll say finally, they were really ordinary the week before.
Yes.
Got absolutely smashed, and they put it on against Diamond Valley, and this was another big game.
Oh, look, they did pretty well. I know they got really humbled by Diamond Valley last time they played. They got a bit of a reality check there. Some of the younger guys at what it takes at this champ level.
Yep.
Diamond Valley are a man's team. That's how I sort of see them. But they gave them a good shake here. 99 to 104, they went down. Yes. Like, they are a bona fide, like a men's team. They are...
So how do you separate a men's team from a...
Age. Bodies, mature bodies.
Diamond Valley, carry hip flasks or something. Maybe a sip of scotch at half time.
Yep.
Just a man's drink.
Well, yeah, I'm just going to leave that. I know some of those blokes in Diamond Valley. Another up-tempo game. Devils, as you said, much better last week. 55 fouls in the game, 74 foul shots.
Lukey Solomon, couple of darts at half time.
Sorry?
Lukey Solomon, couple of darts at half time.
Solomon doesn't play.
No, I know. We just talked about some of the crazy things people do.
Matt Fennell had 24 and 19, great season for him. Sammy Gazzo, he's a gun. He's having a good season when he plays. 32 points, 5 triples.
He's one of the most enjoyable players to watch, Sammy.
He's exciting.
He's out there.
He loves it. He's passionate.
He's out there. He does exist on a different planet to many of us, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
And he's a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, yeah. That's what you want, rather that. Jordan Hughes, 28 points and 5 trays.
Well, Tipsy had a Tipsy go.
Tips had 23 and 9. Muka Jack Silver had 16 and 8.
Silver boys, they're very good, the Silver boys.
Well, they've been pretty good this year.
Tipsy
very
and, is it, do they call him Jack or Muka?
Muka.
They do call him Muka, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good.
But with the ladder, Bulleen, as we said, 13 and 2. Ringwood, Corio Bay, and Waverley are all on 11 and 4.
If it ended right now, it goes mini ladder head to head to head.
That's right.
And I just haven't got time to work it out, so we'll see in a few weeks.
Diamond Valley 9 and 6, Eltham 7 and 8, Werribee 5 and 10, Hume City 3 and 12, Sherbrooke 3 and 12, Melbourne 2 and 13. We shouldn't have to work out head to head.
No.
The crew should.
Yeah, I agree with you. Give them something to do.
God.
Sit around doing nothing.
I'll tell you what.
Just a question without notice.
Yeah.
Biggest overachiever for a team this season. Biggest underachiever for a team this season. Overachiever, underachiever.
Underachiever's easy. Hume City.
Yeah, I agree with you. Overachiever.
Ringwood. I think Ringwood.
Ringwood have overachieved.
I think they've overachieved. Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
Round 16 Saturday games. Corio Bay, Eltham.
Corio Bay.
I think Corio Bay will get this one. No, I think that. Hey, Eltham's been playing pretty good basketball lately.
They just beat Melbourne, the bottom team, by a point.
I think Corio Bay might win this game by a little bit. Ringwood Bulleen is the big one.
I might head out to this one actually. This is.
Well, you're not playing Saturday?
No, I'm not. So I'm going to head out.
Are you out of the team?
Yeah.
Hasn't the team told you that they've got a game Saturday night?
Well, there's no game, guys, this weekend.
Yeah, who are you going to tip?
I'm going to go. I'm going to go Bulleen. Sensible.
Ringwood got on first time round.
I know. That's why I'm tipping Bulleen.
Ringwood have only won.
Who are you tipping?
What?
Stop doing that.
How many in a row have Ringwood won? 10, 11?
Yeah, it's time. They're due.
Mate, I reckon the old chocolate factory
Have you got them? They got
might be pumped up next week.
Okay. Melbourne Werribee.
I reckon Ringwood might get that. Hey, Sturdy goes back to Ringwood. First time since last year's.
He goes off. I call
Grand
it.
final.
I reckon he goes off for 30.
He's very good in the grand final
I know.
series on that court.
I know.
Very good.
X factor.
I reckon Ringwood might get it. I think Bulling's having the Clayton slump that they.
The what?
The slump you're having when you're not having a slump. Anyway, moving right along. You've never heard
No.
Clayton's.
No. I have no idea what
How
that
long
is.
ago was that? Oh man, I feel old now. I feel really old. There's a lot of people out there that will know exactly.
I was born
what
in
I'm talking about.
1990.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, they're having the slump you're having when you're not having a slump. It's a Clayton slump.
Why is it Clayton? What's
Oh,
Clayton?
God help me. Anyway, when we go look up Clayton's drink on YouTube,
What's the suburb
and
in
you'll see
Monash,
an ad.
isn't
Anyway,
Yeah, the-
Melbourne Werribee.
Yeah, the uni.
Melbourne Werribee. Husey up against his former club.
Yeah, Werribee.
I think Werribee might get that as well. Sunday games, Waverley, Sherbrooke, surely Waverley.
Waverley, no problems.
Diamond Valley, Hume City.
Diamond in the Valley.
DV, there we go, there it is.
Good
Round
wrap up.
16
That was-
coming up.
That was crisp. That was good.
Finals not too far away.
Go away.
If I was
It's
to
gonna be
ask you
huge.
right now, because it's a very close top four, if I was to ask you
Why?
right now, 2 weeks out from the start of finals, 3 weeks out, if I was just to say, hey Cal, get that last dollar out of your moth-ridden wallet and put it on this team, out of these four, you'd put it on.
Bullying.
See you next week.